Hey everyone, this is Aisha Earning Wali, and today I'll get conversation with you how to develop resilience and stay strong in tough times. Let's start ChatGPT. Hi, how are you?
Hey, I'm here and ready to help. What's on your mind today?
Okay, today my topic is how to develop resilience and stay strong in tough times.
That's a really powerful topic and it's so relevant for so many people. Are you thinking more about personal resilience or are you thinking in terms of professional or maybe even organizational resilience?
It's professional and more organization, or it's personal also.
Ah, I see. It sounds like you're wanting to focus on professional resilience within a work context, whether that's for individuals, teams, or whole organizations. What kind of professional setting are you thinking about, like corporate, startups, nonprofits?
Okay, you tell me how do you personally define resilience in both personal and professional context?
Yeah, absolutely. So personally, I think of resilience as that inner strength to bounce back from setbacks, being adaptable, staying hopeful, and learning through challenges. Professionally, I see it as a combination of that personal grit plus things like adaptability to changing markets, stress management, and the ability to keep focused even during uncertainty. So it's like a balance of mindset and skill in both realms.
Okay, my next question is what are the key traits that distinguish resilient individuals from others?
Ooh, great question. I think some key traits would be things like emotional regulation, staying calm under pressure, a strong sense of purpose, optimism, even in tough times, and a willingness to learn from failure. Plus, they tend to have a good support network and a growth mindset, so they believe they can develop through effort and learning.
So, how can setbacks be reframed as opportunities for growth and learning?
Yeah, that's a really powerful shift. One way is to reframe a setback as a signal, a sort of wake up call that points to something you can improve or a skill you can build. Instead of seeing it as a defeat, you ask, what can this teach me? Or how can I adjust my approach next time? And that shift in mindset turns failure into a stepping stone.
So, what daily habits contribute most to building long term resilience?
Yeah, absolutely. I think some of the big ones are things like setting small, achievable goals each day, practicing mindfulness or reflection, maintaining a healthy routine. So things like sleep, exercise, nutrition, building a strong support network, and also just practicing gratitude. All of that keeps you grounded and flexible over time.
So, what role does mindset play in overcoming adversity?
Oh, mindset is huge. If you have a growth mindset, believing that challenges are opportunities, you tend to stay motivated and keep trying even when things are tough. On the other hand, a fixed mindset where you see setbacks as permanent failures can really keep you in a spiral. So, cultivating that flexible, positive mindset is kind of the foundation for resilience.
How does emotional intelligence support resilience during difficult times?
Yeah, emotional intelligence is really key. When you're in tune with your own emotions, you can manage stress better and avoid reacting impulsively. And when you can sense others' emotions, you build empathy, which helps you navigate difficult conversations and build stronger support networks. So,
What's
together, that emotional awareness really acts like a buffer against burnout and keeps you resilient.
hmm. So, what strategies help in managing stress and preventing burnout?
Yeah, absolutely. So, some effective strategies include things like setting clear boundaries so you don't overwork, regular breaks, and even micro meditations during the day. Also, staying connected with others, practicing time management, and maybe even sort of journaling to process your thoughts. Those will help keep stress in check and prevent burnout from creeping in.
So, what role does self awareness play in strengthening resilience?
Yeah, self awareness is really central. When you know yourself, your triggers, your stress responses, you can catch those early before they escalate. It helps you respond intentionally instead of just reacting. And when you reflect regularly, you get better at adapting, which is a huge part of staying resilient in the long run.
How can leaders foster resilience within their teams?
Yeah, leaders play a huge role. They can model resilience by being transparent, staying calm under pressure, and showing a growth mindset themselves. They can also create a safe environment where the team feels supported, encouraged to take risks, and learn from setbacks. When leaders are consistent and empathetic, it really helps foster that resilience culture.
So, how can strong support system enhance one's ability to cope with challenges?
Oh, definitely. A strong support system is such a game changer. When you have people you trust, colleagues, mentors, friends, you can share the burden, get perspective, and feel less isolated. That sense of belonging and being heard boosts your confidence and it helps you see possibilities instead of just roadblocks.
What role does goal setting play in staying strong during tough times?
Yeah, goals are really powerful because they give you a sense of direction and purpose, even when things are uncertain. By setting small, achievable goals, you create a sense of progress, which fuels motivation. And having those clear milestones helps you stay focused, adapt your approach when needed, and keep a sense of purpose through the tough times.
How can individuals balance persistence with knowing when to pivot?
Yeah, that's such a delicate balance. Resilience is about staying the course, but it's also about being self aware. So, individuals can build resilience by pushing through short term challenges, but they also need to check in with themselves. If they're feeling burnt out or the situation is no longer sustainable, that's when stepping back or seeking support is crucial. So, it's about knowing your limits and honoring them.
So, how does maintaining a positive outlook impact resilience?
Yeah, it really shapes how you navigate tough times. A positive outlook doesn't mean ignoring difficulties. It's more like choosing to focus on what you can control, looking for lessons and expecting things to get better. That hopeful perspective helps you stay motivated, keep going, and see opportunities, even when things are really tough.
How can past experiences of hardship shape future strength?
That's a great point. When you've already overcome something difficult, you've got a reference point. You know you survived once. So even future challenges feel a bit less overwhelming. You build a kind of internal confidence, and that past resilience teaches you strategies, perspective, and trust in your own ability to get through again.
Yeah. So, what are the effective ways to stay focused and during uncertainty and change?
Yeah, staying focused in uncertainty is tough, but you can do a few things. Keep your routines consistent, so even small daily habits ground you. Break down big changes into smaller steps so you have clear targets, and stay flexible. Check in regularly, adjust your course, and focus on what you can control. That keeps you anchored even when things are shifting.
So, tell me, what role does goal setting play in staying? Sorry, tell me, what is the importance of adaptability in building resilience?
Oh, that's a really key piece. Adaptability is crucial because, things rarely go exactly as planned. When you're adaptable, you can adjust your strategies, pivot when needed, and stay open to new opportunities. That flexibility means you don't get stuck when the unexpected hits. You can keep moving forward no matter what changes come your way.
Yeah. So, what strategies help in managing stress and preventing burnout?
Yeah, definitely. Some really effective strategies are things like prioritizing self care, so getting enough sleep, eating well, and exercising regularly. Also, time management, breaking tasks down, setting boundaries so you don't overextend yourself, and regular check ins with yourself, like pausing to notice when you're feeling overwhelmed and adjusting before burnout takes hold.
So, how can one develop mental toughness without suppressing emotions?
Ah, that's a really important distinction. Developmental toughness isn't about ignoring or pushing down emotions. It's about acknowledging them and still choosing to take purposeful action. So it's about being tuned into how you feel, processing those emotions through things like journaling or talking to someone, and then using that clarity to move forward with purpose so you stay strong but still emotionally healthy.
How can leaders foster resilience within their teams?
Yeah, leaders can really foster resilience by modeling it themselves, staying calm, adaptable, and open about challenges. They can also create a psychologically safe environment, encouraging open communication, celebrating small wins, and giving their team tools to manage stress. When people feel supported and empowered, they bounce back more easily.
Yeah, so tell me what practical steps can someone take today to start building resilience?
Yeah, definitely. A few practical steps would be things like starting a daily reflection practice, just a few minutes to check in with yourself, noticing how you feel. Set a small, achievable goal for the day, something that gives you a sense of progress. And also identify one stressor you can reduce or manage, like maybe a time boundary or a distraction you can cut out. Small steps add up quickly.
So tell me some tips how to stay strong in tough times.
Yeah, of course. So, one tip is to stay connected. Reach out to trusted friends or mentors so you don't feel alone. Also, keep things in perspective. Remind yourself this is temporary and focus on the bigger picture. And be kind to yourself. Acknowledge small wins, practice self care, and celebrate your progress, even if it's slow.
Thank you so much. It would be a wonderful conversation with you.
You're so welcome. I'm really glad it was helpful. And if you ever want to dive into this or any other topic again, I'm here for you. Take care.